coming in quickly. Here we go. How's it going? What's up? What's up? What's going on? Y'all doing all right? Oh man, wow, a lot of people. I'm just okay. I'm back, and a lot of people jumping on here. That's great. Okay, cool. I'll wait another minute. Wait another minute. While I'm waiting, I am going to walk over here, see if my signal doesn't cut out. It might cut out, which means I have to walk back. Just kill a little time taking a stroll across the studio. It's getting crowded in here, so it's hard to make my way around. Okay. All right. I think a lot of people on here, which is cool, and I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to keep it really short today. I've taken a couple of weeks off from this, and now I'm back. And I'm going to make a couple of quick announcements, and then I'm going to talk for a little bit, and then that's probably going to be it. I don't think I'm going to take any questions today, so the video will be significantly shorter. I think that sometimes I get questions and that come up on the feed, and they're really great and useful, but a lot of times they're not, and I find myself sometimes getting really annoyed and frustrated, and then this is no longer enjoyable for me. And so I'm gonna try it this way today. And I kind of tend to think that if you've got a serious question, you'll put forth the effort to send me an email like I ask when I post about this. So if you do have a question, I'll remind you like I did in the posts. If you've got a question or a topic you'd like me to discuss, I'll be more than happy to entertain your email, okay? Seems fair. If it's a valid question, it's something you're really curious about, you can put forth the effort to send an email. So try that. Excuse me. Anyway, so what can I tell you? I've been working away. Like you, I haven't been hopping around all that much. I'm switching hands here. I haven't been moving around that much, zipping around that much, living the nomad life that much. I've been kind of contained, but that's nothing new. I have new prints that are for sale. As you know, if you go to my website, you click on the link and click on available prints. There are prints there that are available. There is a new size print that went up late last night. If you want to look at that, it's 20. I don't know what size it is. 24 by 18, I think. The same image, the smaller version sold out. We put up a bigger version last night. There's also catalogs. They're $10 US catalogs that you can get on the shop page. I have posted about all this stuff with links on my Instagram posts and everywhere else on other social media channels. And if you go to howardsherman.com, you will find it. So grab the catalogs while they are available. Grab the prints while they're available. And if you have a serious thing you want me to talk about, send me an email about it. Okay? Okay. Anyway, so having said that, thank you for showing up. I appreciate it. What I wanted to talk to you about today is something called conventions. Yet another idea that I've gotten from the Salts book, which just seems to be the gift that keeps on giving that I've talked about in previous videos. I don't have details about those videos. I don't remember which ones I say this or that, but they're all posted on my website under Live from the Studio, and you can watch all of these videos that will hopefully help you. You can watch all of them on howardsherman.com. Just click on Live from the Studio. All of these videos over the course of this entire pandemic, over the last 10 months, there's a lot of them. You can watch them there, and hopefully you'll find some useful information that will be helpful to you, okay? Amongst all the yammering and this, that, and the other thing, and being preoccupied by my badass hairstyle, there is some useful information there that I think will help you. Anyway, so let's talk about conventions. I've got notes and I'm going to be referring to them. So occasionally, don't get upset if I'm not looking you in the eye, because I know you were looking each other in the eye most of the time. But if I occasionally glance down at my notes, hopefully you'll forgive me. It's more important that you hear what I say and not just, have constant committed eye contact on this oh so personal, intimate device. Okay, conventions. Before you start making anything, you have to understand that there's going to be a certain way that it looks before it's even made. I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, but I think that there's a lot of truth to that. There's going to be... I'm just getting bored. I'm stretching my back. There's going to be a certain look to things before they're made. There are rules to follow that you will use before you begin. I know that doesn't sound necessarily very exciting or free if you're a creative person or someone wanting to do more creative things, but I do feel as though that is the truth. There are rules before you begin, and that can actually be a good thing. And I used to be bothered by that notion, even though I knew that I was, abiding by those rules and doing what I just said. It used to bother me because I loved and still love the idea of doing whatever the fuck I want. Okay, but there are rules, and that can be a good thing. And let's just use, since I'm a painter and a lot of y'all are painters, although this isn't necessarily just about painting or fine art, let's just use painting as an initial example, okay? Initially, there's a good chance that you're going to be painting on a rectangular or square shape. And if you're not, you're at least going to rely on that as a reference or some sort of a touchstone, okay? That's just, some of that I think actually is also not just art historical, but I think it's sort of psychological, related to how the brain and the eye perceive things. Don't quote me on that. I'm not a doctor, but there is something to that. I think that we all can agree upon a basic rule is that in one way or another, you're riffing off a square or a rectangle, even when you're not. There's a rectilinear or square. I don't know if there's another word for square, but I like the word rectilinear because I'm a rectilinear maker kind of person. But anyway, that is a reference or a touchstone for you to begin with. As an example, since we're still using painting as an example, there's a good chance that you're going to be spreading some sort of liquid-like substance that onto the canvas. And if you're not, you're still indirectly using that as a reference. If you're making something two-dimensional, okay, a two-dimensional picture, right? So that's another touchstone or convention that's going to be hard to get past. I think that these are passive notions and that I am alluding to, but they're powerful. It's a passive power of convention. These are conventions, and they can be powerful. They can be powerful because they can give all of us a basic common discourse, language, understanding, vocabulary from which to springboard from. Okay? I think that's the reason why they exist. So these rules and these conventions can actually be a good thing. Okay? They can be useful tools, but there's a limit to that, and you need to be aware of that. They can also be bad tools. They can be good, they can be bad. What you want to do is you want to push back on these conventions, and that's how you get somewhere new. That doesn't necessarily mean that you need to break all of these rules or conventions. I'm using those two terms synonymously. But it does mean you need to be able to push back against them to get somewhere new. But they are rules of engagement. They are basic visual or creative, not visual. They're creative rules of engagement. They're the basic limitations that we all understand without having to speak. And it's something to be very aware of and use for better and not worse, although it can be both. Okay? So push back on the conventions and see where you go. but be aware of them. Otherwise, you're just a clueless idiot, and I don't want you to be that. Okay, that's it. That's my little deal for today. Anyway, because I'm curious, I am gonna look really quickly and see if there's any sort of golden nugget that wasn't emailed to me that just happened to pop up in the comments. But that's probably highly unlikely. You're welcome, Chanel Cruiser _art. Okay, I think that's going to be it for today. If you have something you want me to talk about, think about it. Send me an email. Available prints are on my website. There's catalogs available on the shop page. If you go to the bottom, it says catalog. Grab a catalog while I got them. I think they're really fucking great. Pardon my French. And be in touch. Send me emails. And I will speak to you soon. Okay? See ya. Bye.